Bishop Wellington Boone, your wife is not your mama. Appreciate you hanging out with the pro-wife community. Yep. So I want to ask you, Bishop, your wife is not your mama. You wrote this book several years ago, and in your second edition, you speak about the value of it for singles. Why would this message be relevant to singles?
Well, because everybody, no matter what state they're in, comes from a family. And whether you're single or married, there are values and principles that are there for you to live by. And so I believe a single person need to already have marriage figured out before they ever get married. Mm-hmm. So, and there's a lot of stuff in marriage, because there's 50% of them don't stay married. So it means that somebody didn't get it. And to me, you don't get it after you're married. You get it before you get married. So a single person need to figure it out. What is this all about? Why should I get with someone? Where is it going to go? What's going to be my responsibility? What kind of person should I marry? Should I marry? How do I know I'm not a eunuch? What would be the qualifications for being a eunuch? And there you are right there, because the Bible speaks of eunuchs in there too. But there are people who are just, they don't feel the need for, the opposite sex nor the same sex. They just feel like they want to fulfill something that relates to a destiny and to make a difference to somebody else.
And talk about how valuable that is, because a lot of people can see their singleness, particularly when they're in their 40s, and see that almost as a judgment. Almost see that as something's wrong with them. Talk to us about the value in that season of life.
Well, it's interesting too, because I have a son that's in his 30s, mid-30s, and I have a daughter in her late 30s, and neither one of them have said, I'm going to stay single. They really want to get married. But they have these certain standards. They already feel like that what their mate is to be like, they haven't found yet. And for my daughter, I just believe that she's going to be a good thing that somebody's going to find. But she is super qualified in a special way, even though she lives in South Africa, and she's been there educating blacks and coloreds now for 14 years. She can't wait to do domestic affairs, and she loves cooking. I didn't know she was that good in terms of what she cooks, and she fixes meals for us sometimes. Like, we're coming up toward Thanksgiving now, and she's probably going to be the one that fixes the whole meal. She wants to do the whole thing. She just likes it. She loves it. She looks at the cook programs on TV. She looks at also the how you renovate houses, the programs where they renovate houses. So, and in your 40s, it doesn't matter. God needs to bring people together when they get together. You need to have that sense that people are there together for purpose. And I don't believe it's just to have the union of the marriage bed and children. It's to fulfill some destiny. And I like the fact that the Bible says 2 is better than 1.
Yeah.
And if a person really have it in their heart to have a mate, their better half already exists. And I believe that if they don't give up hope in that, God has them perfectly prepared for them. And not only that, we got to make sure too that whatever standards or whatever we're looking for, that's a sense that what you're looking for as priorities would be the same thing that God would have as priorities. Because sometimes people get caught in externals, what complexion a person may be, what what weight, what educational level, how much money, and well, those things are okay to have those things, but look, what about are they people of good character, good standing? Are they credible? Or do they have a disciplined tongue? Do they have unconditional heart to love? Or do they have a kind of persevering spirit about them? Are they calm?
Yes.
And are they fun? Can they laugh? Do they have hey, I read this joke actually out of Cracker Barrel. I don't remember jokes well, but I bought the card, and it said, "Don't let anybody tell you that you are old." And he says, just don't pay attention to them if they criticize you. Just keep going forward from one ear. Don't just reject it, whether it's going through one hearing aid and out the other hearing aid, it makes no difference. I was cracking up laughing because it was so funny. And I started to give it to one of my staff members, and I said, "No, that would be cruel."
Yeah.
But it was funny. Cracker Barrel amazes me. And this person is single, and they were married, and their husband passed, and now they never had a desire to be married again because now they're married to Jesus, and they just love doing things for God.
Awesome.